puff of smoke. There it is, right now. Coming down, Sergeant David Echeverry from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Streaming to the earth at 120 miles an hour. Left the aircraft at 10,500 feet as he streams earthward here at Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst. Passing through about 10,000 feet now, he'll deploy that parachute at about 3,500 feet. Passing through 7,000 now. On his way, using his arms and legs, you can see him adjusting his flight path through the air to make sure that he can open that chute and land right in the target area. Passing through about 5,000 feet now, still screaming earthward.
Oh, right there with the flag.
Beautiful against the beautiful blue skies here above Joint Base NBL. Passing through 4,000 now on his way, and there is the parachute. The black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights, ladies and gentlemen. And in just a moment, he'll deploy that flag. At that time, I would like to ask everyone to stand, remove your cover for the national anthem. He's using this Ram Air parachute now. It has openings, and the leading edge of that parachute allows it to fill with air, acts almost like an airplane wing. Very, very steerable. The flag has been deployed. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Florida. Using those steering lines, heading right for the target area there. For a perfect dead center landing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare to get underway with the full Golden Knights show, I want to direct your attention to your left, though. Now we have the home team inbound. They are based here. You see them in the skies over Jersey all the time. They're based here, and they are the best here. In the lead, ladies and gentlemen, the C-17, the Globemaster 3. The aircraft that ensures rapid global mobility for America. The latest in the inventory of the United States Air Force in troop carrying capability. The number 2 aircraft is our KC-10 Extender, advanced aerial tanker and cargo aircraft designed to provide increased mobility for U.S. Armed Forces. Although its primary mission is aerial refueling, it can combine the tasks of tanker and transport aircraft. The number 3 aircraft is the KC-135R Stratotanker. Its mission to refuel long-range bombers. It also provides aerial refueling support to Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, and Allied aircraft. In command of the C-17, Lieutenant Colonel William Doug Hall. Second pilot is Dan Shoney from Amory, Wisconsin. The safety pilot on board today, Captain Kevin Schaefer, and the Master Sergeant Loadmaster Salim Muncie, and the C-17. And the KC-10 with a boom down from the 2nd Air Refueling Squadron and the 32nd Air Refueling Squadron. Major James Colbert at the controls. First Lieutenant Jeffrey Langer, the safety pilot, and Sergeant Ethan White. And the KC-135 Lieutenant Colonel Martin Strickmatter, the aircraft commander from Barnegat, New Jersey, the captain and safety pilot Christopher Durasmo, Tech Sergeant Marshall Rice, the boom operator, Frank Moran, the captain, a safety pilot on board. Ladies and gentlemen, your home team right here from Joint Base, McGuire-Dix Lakehurst. Gentlemen, to officially welcome you here to our Open House and Air Show 2012. Here is the commander of the 305th Air Mobility Wing, Colonel Paul Murphy.
Thank you, Larry. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and Colonel Wood, on behalf of the proud airmen, soldiers, sailors, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, and civilian who live and work at your Joint Base, McGuire-Dix Lakehurst, we welcome you to Open House 2012. We're celebrating 95 years of air power heritage and all heritage, defending our nation on air, land, and sea today. So we appreciate all of Burlington County, Ocean County, Central New Jersey, and we have folks here from as far away as New York, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. The home base C-17, KC-10, and 135 you just saw fly over are just the tip of the iceberg. We have a great joint and heritage air power show for you here today.
Of the 21st century. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sergeant David Etcheberry, originally stationed here at Fort Dix with the New Jersey National Guard. It has been my proud honor to fly in our nation's colors on this, my 674th free-fall parachute jump. I will describe for you today a demonstration of precision freefall as performed by members of your United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention high overhead. In a matter of moments, 2 of our team members will simultaneously exit the aircraft. The jumpers are on and the smoke is on. These jumpers will glide their bodies apart to gain separation using their hands, arms, legs, and shoulders as flight controls. Once they are 100 feet apart, they will turn and face each other to prepare for the baton exchange. Each jumper will fly together, gauging his speed, distance, and rate of closure to one another. Contact has been made, and the 14-inch mahogany baton exchange. They now alter their body positions to form 120-mile-per-hour spirals in the sky. These jumpers continue to fall at 120 miles per hour. They now separate and prepare to deploy their main parachutes. And there you have the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. Mr. Charlie Hillary, former team leader of the Eagles Aerobatics team and parachute manufacturer, Mr. Steve Snyder, exchanged the first baton in 1958. It was then believed that 2 jumpers in freefall could not possibly make contact. The parachutes used by the Golden Knights are flexible wing gliders. They are constructed of a lightweight ripstop nylon and have an inherent forward airspeed of 22 miles per hour. To turn left, the jumper pulls down on the left steering line. To turn right, the jumper simply pulls down on the right steering line. As the jumpers near the ground, they will pull down on both steering lines simultaneously for the safest and softest possible landing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever wondered what would happen if a parachute did not work, then watch closely, because you are about to find out. Please watch as our next jumper performs the dramatic cutaway maneuver. These parachutes have 7 openings in the front. These allow air to be forced in, inflating the flexible wing glider. As the aircraft gracefully crosses overhead, The next jumper looks out the door, ensuring that the position he exits is the right spot.
Whoa, that was high. That was so high.
Watch closely, ladies and gentlemen, for the next jumper to exit the aircraft.
Wow.
As the aircraft gracefully crosses overhead, the jump master gives a crossed arm signal of hot target, signifying that the airspace is clear and that it is safe to jump. The jumper completes his final gear checks and moves to the doors in the rear of the aircraft. A thumbs up signal is given. Watch momentarily for this jumper to exit the aircraft. The next jumper has exited the aircraft and ignited his smoke canister as he glides to his opening point. He is wearing 3 parachutes instead of the 2 normally worn. He will open his first parachute much higher than normal and intentionally cause it to malfunction. Please do not be alarmed when his first parachute begins to stream. There is absolutely no danger to the jumper. This is our only solo maneuver, yet one of our most exciting. Watch for a black and gold canopy to inflate. And there you have the black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. This is a perfectly good canopy and can be landed. However, the jumper will reach up and release one side of the parachute, causing it to malfunction. This jumper is now accelerating earthward at speeds in excess of 90 miles per hour. It would be impossible for this jumper to survive a landing under this parachute. So he must release it completely, return to free fall, and open his main parachute. This is the same procedure of free fall parachutes to be used if you were to have a problem with his main parachute.
Now they gotta try and retrieve this one.
The reserve, or auxiliary parachute, used by the Golden Knights, is also a flexible wing glider, such as the one you see now. There are some differences. It is white in color, and it is slightly smaller in wing surface area, with a much greater forward airspeed of up to 30 miles per hour. This enables the jumper to make it back into any tight situation, such as a downtown intersection or a major league stadium. While each of the jumpers will repack his or her own main parachute, a certified parachute technician must repack the reserve once every 180 days, whether it is used or not.
That's his old parachute that he's coming.
The released canopy you see floating earthward will be recovered, untangled, and hooked up to use again.
Land about the same time.
It takes a great deal of concentration to land dead center on the target. The jumper keeps a close eye on the wing socket located in the target area. At 1,000 feet, the jumper does what is called a wing penetration check, checking his distance and speed across the ground. He then flies a downwind leg, a base leg 90 degrees to the target, and then turns into the wind for a final approach.
Final approach, guys.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you will see an amazing display of lateral separation and mobility. 2 of our team members will perform the demanding diving check. The jumpers are out and the smoke is on. Immediately upon exiting the aircraft, these jumpers snap into a rigid body position resembling that of an Olympic ski jumper. Their arms at their sides, legs straight, knees locked, and toes pointed. They lock into a position which enables them to gain as much lift as humanly possible. In a sense, They become human airfoils gaining lift as they scream across the sky at over 180 miles per hour. As these jumpers execute 180-degree turns, they are nearly 1.5 miles apart. Due to this tremendous amount of lateral separation, each jumper must first locate a thin trail of red smoke on the horizon. Watch the left eye, watch the right, and watch for the cross. Due to the extremely high degree of precision required to complete such a close cross at these high opposing speeds, each show diamond track is performed by sets of two-man tracking teams. Each team starts off the show season together in our winter training period at Homestead, Florida. There, they begin to perfect these flights in order to perform these diamond tracks with the utmost of precision and safety. Normally, a tracking team will only track with each other. Tracking teams are a very tight-knit unit, as it takes a great deal of trust and confidence in someone who is traveling at you at over 180 miles per hour. Once again, please direct your attention overhead. Our aircraft is inbound for the fourth and final pass of today's performance. On this final run, you will experience the excitement of the world-famous Golden Knight Diamond Formation, where 4 jumpers will simultaneously exit the aircraft and form a wide diamond in the sky and bring it together without ever making any physical contact.
Airplanes right there.
The United States Army parachute team is comprised mostly of non-commissioned officers. The 86 men and women of the team joined the Army for a multitude of reasons. The United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights, is comprised of 5 major sections. We have our administrative support section, our aviation section, our demonstration section, and our competition section. A thumbs-up signal is given. Watch momentarily for the jumpers to exit the aircraft. The jumpers are out and the smoke is on! As the team leader takes his heading in this direction, the left wing, right wing, and slot flyer key on his movements to form a wide diamond in the sky with their smoke trails. Since vocal commands cannot be heard while in freefall, the team leader must rely on hand and arm signals for communication. At 9,000 feet, he waves his arms, signaling all the jumpers to close in for the tight diamond formation.
So one of them's going really fast. Can't you go?
As the formation continues to fly at 120 miles per hour, these jumpers will make no physical contact while in this tight diamond formation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our salute to all of you today. Watch for the black and gold canopies. Once again, the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. Now, as you may have guessed, these jumpers are faced with a unique situation, a traffic jam in the sky. They must gain vertical separation in order to allow for individual approaches into the target area. This is accomplished by pulling down on the front part of the parachute and spiraling down at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour to set up a traffic pattern much like you might see aircraft at a busy airport. You may notice the tail of the parachute curl under. This slows the forward speed while reducing the jumper's rate of descent. As these jumpers near the target area, watch the minor corrections used. As this jumper flies his canopy closer to the target, watch the movements he makes with the steering wheel. This jumper is locked in, keeping a close eye on a black dot located on the center of the orange X as he shuts his parachute down for a Golden Knight dead center landing. Ladies and gentlemen, these parachutes also run off of your applause and cheers. So as these jumpers bring it into the target area, let them know where you are. Wave your arms, wave your hats, wave your chairs the next one. Make some noise. At the completion of today's performance, we will bring our parachutes out into the audience. Please, feel free to come forward and help us recap our parachutes. While there, you may also learn more about opportunities available to you in today's modern maintenance supervisor with 828 free-fall parachute jumps, Staff Sergeant Curtis Haugen. A very important job of ground control is to relay to the team leader on board the aircraft important information such as logistics and weather. He is also our safety officer, ensuring that each performance is conducted safely. And now for the jumpers. Flying base on the exciting baton pass from Alton, New Hampshire. The assistant team leader of the Black Demonstration Team. He is an airborne ranger with 2,258 free-fall parachute jumps. Staff Sergeant Howard Sanborn. Flying Chase, his partner, and helping him to exchange that 14-inch mahogany baton from Magnolia Springs, Alabama. He is an airborne infantryman with 2,267 free-fall parachute jumps. Staff Sergeant Adrian Hill. Performing the dramatic cutaway maneuver from Wilmore, Kentucky. He is an airborne infantryman with 526 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant Timothy O'Neill. Streaking left on the diamond strike from Loveland, Colorado. He is an airborne Kiowa crew chief with 2,267 free-fall parachute jumps. Staff Sergeant Dan Cook. His partner streaking right and helping him to create that dramatic cross from Salem, Ohio. He is an airborne parachute maintenance technician with 2,600 free-fall parachute jumps. Staff Sergeant Chris Clark. Flying leftward on the world-famous Golden Knight Diamond formation from Dorado, Puerto Rico. He is an airborne infantryman with 824 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant Jonathan Lopez. Often directly across from him, from Charleston, South Carolina, he is an airborne infantryman with 769 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class Brian Sealy. Find the most difficult position of slot from Lecanto, Florida. He is an airborne infantryman with 934 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant Matt Navarro. Leading the Golden Knights in freefall, the team leader of the Black Demonstration Team. He is from Lakewood, California. He is an airborne infantryman with 4,686 free-fall parachute jumps. Sergeant First Class Tom Dunning. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great aircraft demonstration team for the 2012 air show season, all members of your United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. This concludes our performance for the weekend. And on behalf of the entire team, I would like to wish every one of you a happy Mother's Day. In closing, I leave you with this final thought. In the future, may all your days be prosperous and your nights golden.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together once again for the United States Army Parachute Team, the Golden Knights. Leaving those names again, they've been practicing this for quite some time, and we appreciate it. Lieutenant Colonel William Doug Hall is the aircraft commander. Sheldon, named pilot on board, as well as Captain Kevin Schaefer, Postmaster on board, the C-17 and Sonny Muncie, Master Sergeant. And in the KC-10 from the 2nd Air Refueling Squadron and the 32nd Air Refueling Squadron, aircraft commanders Major James Colbert. Pilot First Lieutenant Jeffrey Lander, the Flight Engineer Tech Sergeant Ethan White, the boom operator on board today, Tech Sergeant Stephen Porter. And in the 135, aircraft commander Lieutenant Colonel Washington Scriptmatter from Barnegat, New Jersey. The safety pilot on board, co-pilot brother, is Captain Christopher Erasmo. Boom operator Tech Sergeant Marshall Rice, and the safety pilot on board KC-135 is Captain Frank Miranda. Once again, as they set up for about a 280-degree right circling edge stage for landing on runway 24, here is the home team once again from Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst. The big C-17, the Globemaster 3. Incidentally, if you want to know how good that is, you see the upturned wings on the end of the wings. Those little wiggles are 9 feet tall. Here's our KC-10 extender. Followed by the KC-135R Stratotanker, 4 big CFM56 engines on KC-135. The home team based here in Joint Base MDL. The Joint Base Open House and Air Show would not be successful without the support of a lot of community partners. Joint Base is extremely fortunate to have outstanding partnerships with organizations such as McGuire Open House Foundation, Burlington County Chamber of Commerce, Burlington County Military Affairs Committee. C-17 from our home team just touching down right now. Will be followed by the other 2 aircraft, and then we're going to launch the Sky Tigers, get them up in the air, and then launch the entire MAGTF, and they'll go to orbit, and they'll wait for their time to come in. You folks having a good time already? We're happy that you are. We've got a lot of flying left for you, ladies and gentlemen. The MAGTF will then take you back to the early. Hopefully we'll be able to bust through some of those smoke rings. Bone, B-1B Lancer from Gaius Air Force Base. Airplane with a variable geometry economy. By that, it has a swing wings almost perpendicular to the fuselage for takeoff and landing in slow flight, and then they're swept back for high-speed supersonic flight. You'll see it fly with 3 passes, culminating in an unrestricted climb of 15,000 feet with 4 of those big afterburner engines lit up. That'll be followed by another C-17, this time on board some Army parachute. You're going to see a static line drop from a C-17. We'll have the C-17 Super Hornet, known as the Rhino, on a demo for you. And once his demonstration is complete, he'll be joined by a World War II F-4U Corsair for what we call the United States Navy Legacy Flight. And then the Raiders formation team will be flying. And then at 2:45 this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, the United States Air Force Flight Demonstration Squadron, the Thunderbirds, will take to the air here above Joint Base MDL. There's our big C-17 Globemaster 3. It's to attack the C-5, but with the short runway capability of a much smaller C-130. 4 Pratt & Whitney F-117 engines power the C-17. That's the same engine that you see on that Delta 757 up there, generating 40,000 pounds of thrust. This amount of thrust allows the Globemaster 3 to carry over 170,000 pounds of cargo. C-17 made its inaugural flight back in 1991, and since that time, they've set over 20 world records, including payload altitude and time to climb. All glass cockpit, got heads-up display in there.
Where's nothing?
Pratt & Whitney F-117 engines. The tail even has a tunnel in it to allow maintenance people to climb up inside the tail of the big Globemaster 3. C-17 making its inaugural flight back in 1991. Has the ability to back up